Hi everybody, it's Catherine from In the Pink Designs. Welcome to my channel. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so all of the products that I'm using today you can purchase through me at Stampin' Up! My address will be at the top of the screen. Today I made a box that kind of coordinates, use some of the same products in the card that I made yesterday. It is a triangular box that it folds over. And when you open it, you can put a whole bunch of things. My son ate my two other Slim Jims, but this will fit 4 Slim Jims of the minis. These, they come 4 in a pack from Dollar Tree. These are only about 3 3/4, just the meat part. So they do have longer ones. You would just have to adjust the length of the box. All right, but also Kisses would fit in here very nicely. Any other little candies or things, that nail clippers, anything like that for Father's Day. Alrighty, so I used the Hats Off stamp set, the hat builder dies for this label here. I used the Messages die for the label in the back, and Well Suited Designer Series paper. Alrighty, so we're gonna start with a piece of Pacific Point that is 6 by 7.5. This is 8.5, so I'm just going to cut off 1 inch. Okay. So I'm going to get my Simply Scored, and we're going to score on the 7.5 inch side first, and we're going to score at 1.5 and 6. Okay, and we're going to turn it to the 6 inch side, and we're going to score at 1.5, 3, and 4.5. Okay, now we're going to stay on the 6 inch side, and we're going to make a little mark at 2 1/4, just a little mark at the top. Then we're going to turn it to the other 6 inch side, and we're going to make a mark at 3 3/4. Okay, and that's it for the Simply Scored, but we still need a ruler. And what we're going to do is, where we put the tick marks, we're going to make a triangle to the corner of the squares. Okay, this is the square, there's a corner. We're going to go down to one corner and down to the other corner. I'm going to use the thin side of my stylus, and I'm just going to use my ruler to get a straight line there. And I go over it just a couple times. Make sure it grooves in there. And then we're going to do the other side of the triangle to the other part of the square down there. Okay, and then we're going to turn it and do the same thing from the tick mark on this side. And this just makes the easier closing here. You could try it without it, but it won't look as sharp. Okay. That one, and then to the other side of the bottom of the square. Okay. Now I'm just going to fold and burnish. We don't have to fold the triangles yet. Okay. Now, this is what we're going to do with the triangles farthest away from us. Okay, so you have 3 strips that are the same. They have a square on each side with the rectangle in the middle. The triangles that we made are right here. Okay, this is how we want to put it. Alrighty, so we're going to get rid of this square, sorry, and then we're going to cut up here to make this our front flap, and then we're going to wedge these, all 4 of these, this way. Okay, so starting with your triangles closer to the above you, we're going to take the square out, and then we're going to go up to the next score line there, and then we're going to wedge the square. Oops. Okay, so that's what I just did. Alrighty. Okay, now we're going to get rid of this square here. And then we're going to keep going to the next score line here and then wedge both sides of the square. Okay. So that's what we've got now. Now we're going to turn it so that these triangles are closer to us. There's two here. This is the triangles, and we're going to take these two squares on the other side of where we made the triangles and wedge those. Okay, and then this one. Alrighty. And that's what you have. Okay. Now I'm going to take the edges of the front flap and I'm going to round them with the detail trio punch. Okay. Okay. Now what we want to do is glue the box together, and what we're going to do is join these tabs with the back and the front of the box. Alright, so we need some liquid glue. And let's do these two first. Just put some glue right there, and we're going to take this line and make it straight with this line right here on the front. You could do this with tear and tape also if you wanted to. Okay, and then we're going to go over to this one. We're going to take this line here and make it straight with that line. Okay, and that's what we have so far. All right, this is the flap. All right, now we're going to join the other two flaps we made. And we're going to be attaching it to the back of the box. Alright, and then the last one is over here. Okay. Oops, this one slipped. Just put a little bit more glue there to make sure. Now we're going to push in our triangles just to flex them and then squeeze the box and see how nicely that folds there. And that's our triangle box, just like that. Now you can make a belly band to go on, but I just put some Velcro adhesive. Okay, so now we need 3 pieces of the well-suited DSP that are 4 1/4 by 1 1/4. And we have to round the corners of one side of one of them for the top flap. Alrighty. And I'm going to also get some liquid glue for this. that's our first one. And then we're going to put one on the back and one on the inside also. I'm very sorry for the lawnmower outside. Okay, and the final one is going to be on the back. Now we need some 3/8 inch Velcro dots, and I'm going to put one on each side of the flap, and then the matching one on top of it with the adhesive facing me. Then we're going to close our box, making sure it's nice and even and straight, and then just press it good. Gently open it up and just press these on nice and hard. Okay, now we have the Slim Jims in this one, and then I also have some Hershey Kisses here. Put in. You can fit 9. 8 would probably be optimum. 8 of them. Yeah, 8 fits comfortably in there. Right? Oops. Alright, so now we have our box, and we're just going to set that aside to dry. Okay, now we need this little label that was from the Hat Builder Dies, and this label that was from the Messages die. And we're going to use the Dad stamp from the Hats Off stamp set. And I'm just going to stamp this in here. Now normally I would stamp it first and then cut it out so that I don't have to worry about getting it in that little label. But just for quickness sake, I was counting on doing it. Alright, now I'm going to put the Dad onto the label with some dimensionals. I'm going to put 2. Just going to try to center this. Good. Right. And then I'm going to use liquid glue. You know what? I'm thinking this looks a little bulgy. Maybe I'll put 7 in there. Yeah, 7. Right. Now I'm just going to put some glue and just put this right in the center of our triangle box. Great. Alright, I don't know if you can see it. I'll put one like that. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you need to buy any Stampin' Up supplies, my address is at the top of the screen, cathryntiemann.stampinup.net, if you need a demonstrator. Or if you have any questions, you want to join my team, anything like that, please let me know. I will link my blog below that will have all the measurements nice, and I will also give you my email address to contact me. Thank you so much. I appreciate the time you spend watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.